Okay, moving on to example 2, letter B. You notice in letter B, we actually have 3 groupings here, 3 binomials that we're going to multiply together. So the first step is you can pick any 2 of the binomial groups and we're going to FOIL them together. So that's going to be our first step. We're going to FOIL 2 of them together. It doesn't matter if you take the first 2, the second 2, or the outer 2, it's going to give you the same result in the end. But we're going to go with the first 2 and FOIL these 2 together. So if I FOIL, I get x times x, which is x squared. Negative 1x minus 2x gives me a negative 3x. And negative 2 times negative 1 gives me a positive 2 when I FOIL these 2 groups together. Now that trinomial now multiplied to the third binomial that we have. Now we're in a similar situation that we were in before. Same idea, we're going to take each term of our first polynomial and multiply it to each term in my second polynomial. So if I move up here to my right, I'm just going to rewrite my polynomial so that it's very similar to example 2, letter A, the one we did right above it. And you can use whichever format that works best for you, whether it's horizontal, whether it's vertical, or it can be a combination of both of them. So I'm going to go through and I'm going to use the horizontal format. So x times x squared gives me x to the third. X times my next term, which is negative 3x, gives me negative 3x squared. X times positive 2 gives me a plus 2x. Moving onward now to my second term inside my first polynomial. I get 3 times x squared, which gives me a positive 3x squared. 3 times negative 3x gives me a negative 9x. And 3 times a positive 2 gives me a positive 6. Combining my like terms, x cubed is kind of by himself, so he doesn't get changed at all. Used him up. Moving on, negative 3x squared plus 3x squared. Those cancel out and give me 0. Plus 2x minus 9x gives me a negative 7x. And then my plus 6 is left over. So I'm left with x cubed minus 7x plus 6 for example 2, letter B. Homework that'll be due tomorrow in class is the Now You Tries numbers 1 through 4. Take your time to go over and show your work for these 4 problems. We'll discuss the answers to them before we move on to lesson 4.